felt impressed to say this before the actual video starts. It is a bit long, but I promise you, you will see my talking face soon. God bless you and keep you. Hey guys, a lot has been going through my mind, and I just need you to get this straight. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you wasted time being long suffering, patient, giving grace, because unlike God, you can't read anyone's heart. You don't know the motives of anyone. Even when they do good, you don't know why they're doing good. You will assume they're doing good because they are good, because they want to please God. But they might be doing good because they want to look good, so that they seem like they've to build a good reputation. That is why. So never ever ever regret the time you spent on a Christian or on trying to help someone to be a Christian. Jesus never regretted it. He came and died. He suffered. He was tortured. He was followed, maligned, gossiped about, tried to be tricked. But he did it even for those people who would never love him, even for the very people who stabbed him, literally, not in the back, but in the side, even for the one who betrayed him with a kiss. He did it. And God will never, ever say he wasted those 30 years on this horrible, miserable earth. He won't say, oh, well, I only got 200,000 out of 7 billion people. It was such a waste. Look at all those other billions of people. It's not a waste. It is not a waste to trust. It is not a waste for you as a human to give the same grace that you have been receiving from God. This, I need you to know this, because I know I'm imperfect. Many of us have known that we were imperfect, and so we extended the same grace because we believed what we heard. And what we heard was, we must stand strong. We must call sin by its name. We must tell my brother, you lost. We must tell my sister, that's wrong. And we then assumed that that was going to happen and that they would do it in their own lives. But that was not to be. Male and female, this applies to both of us, both genders, because both have gone through this where they gave everything. They made mistakes. They tried to fix them. They fixed their mistakes for the sake of their marriage. But the partner they were fixing themselves for never wanted them to be an actual spouse. Because they themselves didn't want to be an actual spouse. And don't regret it. And when I say that they didn't want to be a proper spouse, I mean as in they never wanted to be true. And I'm thinking of specific examples where the woman was being unfaithful while married, while going around doing mission work with the husband. So they seemed like they wanted to be a good Christian, and good Christianity includes being a good, faithful wife, but it wasn't to be. It was just a show. It wasn't reality. What you can regret and hate is that they lied to you. What you can hate is that they pretended to be what they would never actually want to be. You can hate that they pretended to love God when really they wanted to serve the enemy. That is what you can regret. You can mourn and sigh over the fact that those who call themselves Christians are really Satanists, as satanic as the people they have looked down on before and called sinners. We gave grace and we continued building families. And now that's where the problem comes in. I know a father who is bereft because the woman he married truly acted like she believed in what they all and what they both taught when they did mission work, when they were doing studies for the youth. She was right there. I saw her too. I used to talk to her as well. And so they went on. He kept forgiving certain things, as we all do. And then they had children. And now, what is she doing? Paternal alienation. The very things that she used to teach, she's now telling the children they are extremist. She's keeping the children away from the father, and like another parent as well, who's a father who also was a Christian or pretended to be. She is now, they're both now saying Christianity is not needed. And they're trying to pull the children away from God. That is the calamity, more than the wasted years, which are not wasted because nothing you do that is good is ever wasted. It's the pain and impact of losing your children because of a spouse who pretended they wanted to save the world, but instead they're leading the children into further and further sin, downhill, away from God and away from them. Kenyan fathers, so many of them are extremely, extremely paternal and loving to their children. So for this young man to lose his children because the wife is petty, it's all just a game to her. She uses the children as a pawn, not because she loves them, but she wants to exercise control. And also, there will be a reminder of her guilt. If the children are living differently to her and she has what's the word? She keeps them the longest, I've forgotten the term now, then it's custody. Yes, she has primary custody. There will be a reminder of what she pretended to be. They will make her feel guilty, and she doesn't want that. So she probably has her own personal reasons also why she's now telling the children that everything their dad teaches is wrong, is a lie, and it's killing the children. You know what the Bible says? Rather tie a millstone around your neck and go drown in the ocean than to lead a little one astray. But that is exactly what this mother is doing. And I don't know, guys, there's a lot of suffering out there, and you need to be strong, never feeling guilt, never ever blaming yourself. And the only hope that many of us have is that someone else will be the voice that we would like to be to our children, that someone else will fill in the gap, that someone else will come along, so that it's not mom versus dad, but so that it's truth versus hypocrisy. That's what our children need more than anything. Another one, the dad is being a typical, I'm the fun guy. I don't make rules. I don't make any kinds of, no, don't do that. And that then makes the children think he's the fun parent, and they gravitate to the fun parent, not the mom who has rules. And so that's how he then steals the children's affection from mom who raised them and who he now insults. It is tough out there, but it's never a waste. How was your week, guys? How has your week been? Or week since you last listened to me? So, firstly, the church. The church has a stance on verbal, emotional, financial abuse, all kinds of abuse. The church, our Adventist church, has a stance. Go and read it. I found it last Sabbath, and this very week, a church sister in another country, on a whole other continent, also quoted it in a letter. We have a stance. It's now up to us to live by it and obey it, because that stance is biblical. God hates injustice. Read the Bible. He hates mistreating people. He hates it when you defraud each other. That is, stealing, taking what belongs to the other and using it for your own needs or wants or whatever it is, without agreeing together that this is what we will do as a family. God hates that. So God hates financial abuse in that case. God hates verbal abuse. He says, if you look down on your wife, if you say things that are mean, cruel, put down, where others afterwards say, talks to you like you're nothing, or like he thinks you're nothing, God hates that too. Every word we say is meant to build and make better and uplift. So I won't go into that. All I will say is this. This year, it's like God spoke to my talking 6-year-old. This year, I didn't get a birthday cake. So I got birthday cakes for everyone else. I even asked everyone, what kind of cake would you like? But the mothers don't matter in too many families, hey? So there was no birthday cake. And this week I thought, no, the year is ending. I deserve birthday cake. If my husband's workplace can give him 2 cakes that he now comes and shows that I got 2 cakes, I surely deserve 1 cake for all the hard work I'm doing. So I'm buying myself a cake. It hasn't arrived yet. And yeah, I just told someone, and I told 2 people, that I've ordered myself birthday cake, mostly because everyone else got birthday cake and I deserve it. I deserve too. And I will love myself if no one else will. Love isn't in the cake, it's in the absence of what everyone else is given. So I will buy myself my cake. But then I only told those two adults. And then the evening, I was sitting there with my children doing prayer time. And God, my daughter says, Nayla, my 6-year-old, I'm thankful for mommy. I love her so much. She was so happy to say that. And I'm thankful that she's thankful for her mommy too. And her mommy loves her too very, very much. A lot. Enough to stay alive for her. And then after we prayed, she comes to me and tells me, it's your birthday. This was the exact same day I told two people I'm celebrating my birthday. She said, it's your birthday. Let me go get your gift. And she got this dolphin that she drew. And she says, yeah, I tried. I struggled. I can't really draw very well. I can't really draw very well. I struggled. But here it is. You can keep it. And it was her dolphin that she drew, which she had been keeping safe for a long time. But that's the best she can give me. So she gave me her own precious dolphin that she had been storing for herself and told me, happy birthday. So I thought, that's so funny. I said, I'm going to celebrate my birthday, and here she is celebrating my birthday. It was cool. It was just a funny coincidence. My birthday was in July, and here we are, and she's celebrating my birthday in December out of the blue. So that was cute. I loved that. And I love that I have friends. I know I keep saying that, but you guys know that I came from a place where I was called Nomgondwana, which is those thin, skinny calves. And I was called Nomnyamazana, which means dark, dark skin. So I grew, and I was told, as you know, all the things I was told, forehead is too big, you're da-da-da-da-da, you're da-da-da-da-da, you're just ugly. And I told you that I literally felt like I'm walking around with a warning head. That's how I felt. And it doesn't help that I'm a Xhosa. They don't know psoriasis of the lips. They just ask you, why is your lip like that? So it doesn't help that there were comments like that from ignorant people, cashiers. So I did have that as well to confirm what she told me all my life. Quickly want to add in the most important thing before you marry is to know what true love is, so that you know if the person you're marrying can feel true love and if they feel it for you. Because the love bombing might seem like it's love, but it's just something to lure you. Watch for the entire character. Watch for the kinds of things they do wrong and run away if there are things that you know they shouldn't do. If there are things that they know hurt you, run away fast. Just wanted to add that in quickly. I've been reading a lot of pain and suffering, and we've been having to hold each other up. And people who are not suffering have also held me up. Amarissa, my daughter, 10-year-old, said to me, wow, Mom, you have such a beautiful voice. And it actually made me tear up. And that's what I mean, that you don't have to compliment my looks. I know I'm ugly, or, you don't have to say I'm beautiful. Say something affirming, kind. We all have something we offer. Don't tell us about what you bring to the table. The table needs values, principles, standards, character. I bring that in buckets. The Christianity I swear by, I live by, or the Bible. So she told me I have a beautiful voice, and it melted me. I wanted to cry because it's like a desert here. So, I mean, I get told, so and so praised me at work, or so and so said, I will. Thanks, that's nice to know. But where's my so and so? So, Amy is my so and so. And then a friend online, on WhatsApp, there's a young sister. I mean, she's not really a friend because she's got her own friends. But there's a young sister lady who she was talking about the things my mother used to say, Nomgondwana, Nomnyamazana, all of that. And she was saying she doesn't get it at all. And then she said when she first saw me, she thought, wow, that lady is beautiful. I can just assume that the joy that I had in my heart just radiated out and made me look beautiful. It's not the important thing, but
It's the fact that it negates the negatives I've been told. So I can ignore Sfiso, the pretty ex-girlfriend, if she's an ex. I can ignore all the negative things. There are people who see beauty in me, and those are the people I will cling to, because they have Christ's character, a character that tries to help you to be happy, a character that does not abuse you, a character that doesn't use you, a character that loves and blesses. So I'm thankful for that. Thankfully, my friend did it for me. She wrote a letter to someone who had been stealing from my parents, and was such a strong letter full of love. Please love your relatives. They've done so much for you. They are turning a blind eye to a lot that you're doing. They know you're stealing from them, but they still forgive you. Please stop abusing their love. And it's not that I knew they would change, but I wanted to obey the Bible where it says, tell the guilty, tell the unrighteous, tell the man of iniquity that he's doing wrong, so that their blood is not on your hands. That's all I wanted. And also for them to just stop. And so she did it. And of course, my parent, my mother, who was telling me about this letter, and as we can guess, she said, who does she think she is? Holier than thou? Why is she telling my child what to do? And I thought, this is the deceitfulness of sin. That you would rather that child of yours, steal from you than for them to be asked to stop, because you despise the person who said it more than you despise yourself, more than you love yourself, and more than you love principle. There was nothing harsh. It was all, please, please be kind to your parents. They're dying. They need you. They're on their deathbeds. But the response was, she's holier than thou. My dad told me as well, that's what your mother said. She thinks she's better than others. Blah, 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 blah. So the beauty is, my friend did it on my behalf. She warned the wicked man that he will die. Her hands are clean of their blood. She only spent 6 weeks in one go, and then a week here and there. But she did her part. And I'm thankful, because by doing her part, she did part of my part too. I am thankful. I'm thankful for people who are zealous for good works. Have a good rest of the month. I don't know when I'll come back. I don't know when, but I will be back. And I will end with a little school update, which is everything's going well. I told you I'm not going to tell you that much about that, except that my girl is too sweet. We've moved on to grade 1 reading, right? Reading the fundamentals of how to read CK. Well, she knows that. NCH is that kind of stuff, which she knows. So she's just reading anyway. But she then asked me, but where's my other one, her kindergarten book? And I said, I don't know where it is. I have no clue, but I want to read it. Now, this is the stuff that tells you SH and then gives you lists, dish, fish. That's what it is. And it gives you sentences to practice with the sound that they're teaching you, or the pronunciation that they're teaching you. Like S can say Z. And she wanted it, and I found it for her. And she was so happy. Yay! Now I can read it to my friends. And she read it to her brother. And she's been walking around with it. Can I please keep this? Just her love for words is beautiful. Her love for maths, it's beautiful. Oh, this is so easy. I'm glad it's easy. I'm glad. I'm glad for a few more less things to worry about. I'm glad. And I'm glad that I have my sisters and my children. Take care.